E pluribus unum, out of many, one. Our U.S. motto is on constant display here in Lowell, where the mill industry attracted immigrants from around the world.
My name's Teddy Panagotopoulos. I'm the general manager of Athenian Corner Restaurant. My family has owned the business since we opened in 1974.
That's 47 years serving Lowell with Greek flavor.
The joke I always like to use is Greeks, we've either figured out the formula to how to last in the restaurant industry, or we're too stupid to know when to get out.
Self-deprecating humor aside, it is clearly the former. And with the recent influx of great dining options driving visitors to Lowell, they just may be around for another 47 years.
It's kind of fascinating to see the different waves of immigrant groups that have come in. A lot of folks from Southeast Asia will now come in here. They're getting introduced to it as we are getting introduced to their food, which is phenomenal. So it's a really supportive community.
Supportive in part because so many of these businesses share a common origin story of immigrants looking for the American dream.
My father and his brothers had been toying with the idea of opening a restaurant for a while, and for Greeks, restaurants, pizza shops was one of the main avenues that they chose. Both my folks liked to cook. My mother, her recipes and my dad's recipes are the ones that we used when we started the place up, and we still use them to this day. Baked lamb is one of our staple dishes. It's lamb slow cooked on the bone in a tomato sauce, and it's so tender it literally falls off the bone. You don't need a knife to cut it.
For those who need to try everything, there is a sampler platter that includes traditional spanakopita, stuffed grape leaves, feta cheese, and Kalamata olives. But if you want a Greek salad, don't expect a plate of lettuce.
When I went to Greece in '78, I was amazed. I never ate a salad with lettuce. And to this day, except for the tourist spots, Greeks don't really eat lettuce salads. Instead, they take their vegetables, they slice them up or chop them up and mix them up with Greek dressing. Choriatiki salad, it's called.
To celebrate this Olympic year, you may want to light up this sagnaki plate, or just sit back and enjoy the athletic feats of the dancers who have been a staple here since the beginning.
In Greece, if you're to go out, singing, dancing, and music is a big part of every meal and every celebration.
While Americans have enjoyed a long history with Vietnamese and Thai cuisine, Laos, the country's sandwich right in between, is a relative newcomer to the Commonwealth restaurant scene. One Lowell couple is hoping to change that.
My name's Donna Chumala. I'm the owner of the Lao Thai Kitchen.
In Donna's kitchen, there are few things spicier than these peppers, the foundation for dishes like lab gai and this fried egg-covered grapao gai that have earned her the nickname
Donna 5-star, yes.
The restaurant has been a long-time dream of Donna, supported by her husband Chris when they opened just before the pandemic.
It's the best. It's been helped a lot, and he's like a Superman for me.
In the kitchen, Donna is supported by her wok, plus these fresh vegetables and spices used to create Lao pork and vegetable pak bong phai dong. Another hot item?
Lat beef is very popular and the main dish in Laos. Thing is, you have to use the right ingredient to make it turn out perfect.
UMass Lowell professor Fitsume Oi knows a lot about Laotian culture. As a refugee who came to the U.S. as a child, she has a lot of experience balancing life in America with her Laotian heritage. Food is a huge gateway to that culture, as she learned when conversing with her American-born Lao students.
The role of food is seminal in their identity because they can't tell you what happened in Laos because they've been brought up and grown here. When they think about Laos and their identity, it's all around food.
Pondering this connection with her network of friends led to a novel idea.
Let's bring Lao American chefs to Laos and connect them with Lao chefs and see if food is an integral part of both communities.
So in 2020, just before the pandemic, a group of U.S.-based Lao chefs, bloggers, and foodies went on a learning and listening tour in Laos. There they ate, experienced how the food is prepared, and harvested.
We actually went to rice farms and learned about 100 varieties of rice and how it's grown.
For the participants, the experience was life-changing. For the rest of us, there is Donna's mango sticky rice and signature homemade Lao rice noodles, served with shredded chicken in savory chicken broth topped with cilantro, scallions, and bean sprouts. One staple dish you'll always find in both Lowell and Laos is this tum mak hong, or papaya salad, made fresh and, of course, super spicy.
If you don't make spicy, it's not taste good.
Hungry yet? There are 69 languages spoken in the Lowell Public School System, and each represents a different culture and cuisine. That rich diversity is celebrated at the city's annual Folk Festival, which is among the largest in the country. Unfortunately, the festival was canceled again this summer, but organizers are confident it will return for its 35th anniversary in July of 2022. Coming up, a simple lamb dish.